Hey guys, Shadow here, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. So we are currently trying to determine who is responsible, because there could be two murderers, it could be Karen's, it could be Nigel, and it could be Hurtley. I'm going to see if I can talk to them again, now that I have some conclusions drawn. The only person that really... Let's see.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not saying another word.
I guess I can't talk to them again. I don't... The box is gone, which makes sense. If he was after it, because he was looking... He was trying to retrieve his notebook. God damn it. But at the same time, he was looking for his father's papers. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Feet of strength is what I need. Because what? Jesus. For papers. They both have a motive. He doesn't. They were both found there. He wasn't. And even though he lost his tobacco pouch somewhere, it didn't really mean he lost his tobacco pouch there. But, I mean, it says that it was found, so, I mean, it proves his visit, kind of. His father was murdered by Peter, and he likes his wife, so that makes sense. They both have reason, and his wife said something about what I can't after what he's done. And then I'm gonna say that I don't know. Oh, I continue the investigation. Okay. Liam Hurtley and Sean Nelligan guilty of a heinous premeditated crime. They let them be punished by the law, and Nelligan was the instigator. Hurtley was his accomplice. I don't know. I can't imagine that he would have the strength to do it. He knew that they were in the box. These guys didn't. Although they knew that there was something in the box that was valuable. It was a feat of strength. Cold-blooded murder. He was found guilty of the murder of Peter Carey. Must be punished. Killed, but the murder was not premeditated. It was in self-defense against an armed and irrational drunk sailor. He was drunk. He gets violent. He did have his knife out. I could see where it could be self-defense. What if I change the conclusion to him? Because the lucky throw just doesn't make sense. Has been found guilty of the murder. He must be punished. As a victim of circumstances, his childhood was overshadowed by the loss of his father. He always dreamed of a reunion to find out what had happened. He made a poor decision, so it fell into trouble. That doesn't make sense. He was clouded by his love for Judith Carey, Peter's wife. This man was passionate and emotion to rest. Nonetheless, he must be answered. Now, the only thing that really makes sense is this one with the. That makes sense. Self-defense. Because why else would he have his knife out if it wasn't self-defense? Or if he had his knife out, he was threatening him. Maybe he slipped up and said something about seeing him kill Nelligan, and then Peter would threaten him or say he's gonna kill him or something. Then he used the harpoon to defend himself. I could see that.
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
Detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't ya?
Yes.
How?
The tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth? What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug.
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
Telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventral. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It's all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
Oh. Hito Carey was murdered by Patrick Kane, a professional harpooner, the only one capable of executing such an accurate throw. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin, but the murder was in self-defense against an armed and furious drunken sailor. You have decided to absolve Patrick Cairns. I didn't realize that's what it meant. Hold to check your conclusion. Well, I'm guessing the conclusion is right. Because he said so himself. So... yeah, I chose it, so yeah. I didn't... Okay. I'm guessing that's probably not going to work, so we'll continue. I didn't realize absolving him would actually let him go. I thought it would be like... he'd still go to jail, but it'd be a good way, not a bad way. Oh well.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
What the hell? Grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known as Private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence in Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source is more than sufficient to conclude the murder of Peter Carey was Pablo, that name, one of Carey's former harpooners. However, lawful justice could not be awarded. Ventro was found dead of natural causes, possibly from his remorse at committing such a terrible crime. Okay then.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
One week later. Okay then.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase.
This doesn't sound good.
Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It was never there to begin with.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Next morning, very early. And now my... Why must I do that? What the... I don't... What? Why am I playing as him? Solve the mystery of the vanished train. I guarantee it wasn't there to begin with.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Inspect the scene. It's some weird noise or weird music. I like it. I don't know why I like creepy music, but I do. Alright, so it came from this way, right? I'm sure it was this way. Ah!
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual.
Railway
A
sleepers.
discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
Okay. What's... Aha!
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, A negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Okay, then. Like I said before, I don't think the train was ever there to begin with. It was all a lie.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
He kind of sounds suspicious himself, but he's talking. Wedding ring.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
So he said there is something inside his office. Mr. Robinson is located at...
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Find more information about the vanished train. Locate a map of the surrounding area. It would be used. Nottingham, London. Train liner number 324. Composition locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon. Oh, locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon, ordered by Mr. Robinson in second
Here is
class.
the train set.
Interesting.
A telegraph.
Where's this? Where's the waiting hall at? It's supposed to be a map pinned to the... Oh, it must be over here. How's this one?
Railway post bags.
Can I steal somebody's mail? Through the door, please. What's this one? Is this the waiting hall? Apparently not. This is not the waiting hall.
An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Probably.
This place serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Where the hell? Warehouse, so it should be right here. Oh, I see it now, I think.
This map will be useful.
So... that's where it disappeared, I'm guessing? The train that the vanished train was following composition. So we need to find this Mr. Robinson. Guessing that's where I'm at then. Warehouse. Who's this? All kinds of people out there. Just gotta figure out how to get out there. Oh, damn it, I could have went through the waiting hall. Whoa, no, I don't want to... What? I want to go talk to these people! God damn it. What am I supposed to do now? Finish train. Talk to him?
Holmes, how is it even...
I can't go anywhere though, so it's pointless. Maybe I can talk to him about Mr. Robinson.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
That was what I was kind of hoping to do. Find out what the special wagon was find out what the special wagon was carrying. Retrieve information about passengers that were present at night station. Don't have any deductions yet, do I? No traces of train. I don't think any of those match up at the moment. And also, I'm all out of time, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, see you later.